Hello and welcome back to the channel. So today we have people that got fired from TikToks. Now, I don't know why y'all think y'all could just do whatever you want to do, like especially recording at work. Why are you recording at work? It's one thing to have a personal TikTok and or social media, whatever, and you're doing things at home or out and about and you got everybody blocked. But it's another thing you're posting your video while you're at work. Your page isn't private, and then you get caught doing some foolishness. When will you ever learn?
So y'all know I'm always on here making like funny TikToks. When I be like on breakout work and stuff, I be making TikToks. So the TikToks that I made just got me fired. They just fired my ass. So y'all be careful with posting TikToks, even if it's not your voice, even if you're not saying where you work at. You being in uniform and making certain TikToks with certain captions or anything can cause you to get fucking fired from your job at a clinic. And yeah, everything happened for a reason though. So I'm upset because I love my job, but it's okay. Like, but y'all be careful with them fucking TikToks because
Girl, you was in full on uniform doing TikToks at your job. I'm pretty sure they tell y'all at training the rules for social media because social media is so prevalent these days. I know that they tell you what to do and what not to do. Y'all just don't listen and don't think that it'll happen to you. That's what that is.
Try to get into the story talking about how I literally got me and my sister fired or whatever else solely because of my TikTok videos. And before y'all be like, oh, you already know what's listen, let me explain something. Okay, so yes, I did read the handbook. The handbook said that you can't make TikTok videos inside on company's time inside the building. So what was I doing? I was making videos outside the building, still in my uniform, off the clock, on my own time, correct? Because I love when somebody try to play in my face. So everything was going smooth until you guys try to micromanage me. Now, one thing about me, I'm not about to overstep my boundaries. I'm not stepping on no toes. I know I'm not management at this store, but I also know how it goes. You know what I'm saying? When I first got in, they wasn't labeling open products. So like the almond milk, oat milk, not labeled. Sanitizer buckets, not labeled. English muffins, not labeled.
Girl, nobody cares what you came in there and did and what you came in there to fix. Nobody cares. Okay? You were on TikTok and you got fired. You lucky you allowed to have that tongue ring and them long butt nails because back in my day, none of that was a no-go.
Sourdough, not labeled, or putting open product of stuff back into the walk-in, knowing that you have to put it in a Cambro and cover it and put a label on it. Because if you put a block of cheese in the walk-in, what it's gonna do? It's gonna get stale and crusty. Same with the bacon. Why are you putting open packaged bacon back in? Would you put an open pack of bacon without covering it in your fridge? So that's where it started. I feel like because I wouldn't even tell people this is how it's supposed to be done. No, I would just do it the correct way because that's how I was trained. That's how you're supposed to do it. So that's what I'm doing. So that's where it started because you guys, I feel like she felt intimidated because we know what we were talking about. And anytime it came to like EcoSure, health department, anything like that, she had a lot. She was, you guys was real quiet. Like she tried to tell me that it's LA County's health department and this is what they do. No, girl, you're just dirty and your store is disgusting. It smells like eggs. You guys are literally selling 2-3 day old croissants and you know you're not supposed to be selling those. Nobody in the entire store knows anything about FIFO. I promise this is all in.
She trying to justify why she got fired. I feel like she's building this long list of everything she done right as opposed to this one thing that she done wrong and why she should still be there.
Important, I promise. Just keep on. So then it started going with the hours. Mind you, we live 30 minutes away from the job, right? Okay, so, and we both got the same transportation, live in the same crib, same everything. So why would you schedule us 2 hours different from each other? It's because you're trying to be petty.
That's not their responsibility, ma'am. You are two different individuals, two adults. They don't have to schedule you at the same time. I don't know, you better catch an Uber or get on the bus, but this is not high school. This is not elementary. They do not care. It's your responsibility. When you took that job, it was your responsibility to figure out how you got there. No one cares that you need a ride with your sister.
Or you scheduling us 4.5 hour shifts. knowing that we gotta drive 30 minutes away. So once we started playing the game with her, because if you want to be petty, I'm gonna be petty too. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not gonna sit here and do that to me. Whole time she's doing all this petty stuff, she just keep yapping in my ear and telling me how her daughter's not getting enough hours at the other store. The other GM don't like her daughter and all this other stuff. She wants to bring her over to her store, but she can't for whatever reason. And do. Mind you, that's very important information. So boom, use guys and BB takes my videos, gives it to use guys, cause
I'm sorry, why she keeps saying use guys? I mean, you guys is perfectly fine. Is it the tongue ring adding the S? I don't understand. You guys.
HR in the people who actually own the place, they don't know nothing about my TikToks. They don't know nothing. They just know I come in here, I do my job, and I go. So use guys and BB, they both together took my video, and I got the proof of it on an email and everything. They took my video to HR and said, here goes some videos because she is violating this, and that. So, use guys and BB, the ass kissing teacher's pet, they literally took my videos, gave them to HR, and was like, here, can we start this termination process? Y'all, when I tell y'all that same day that she came in to suspend me, she took all my shifts away and gave them to her daughter. I'm not kidding. I'm not. She literally gave every last one of my shifts to her daughter. And like I said previously, her daughter works at another store. So why would you even get your daughter over here? Probably because you've been trying to get your daughter over here because she's not getting enough hours because that GM over there don't like you or your daughter. So at the end of the day, we really got fired because these hoes was being some hating ass bitches, okay?
Well, clearly, ma'am, they didn't give a hot dog about you and your sister. So they found a reason to get rid of you, and they did. That's just the job, period. Jobs don't care about you. You are just there to fill in their numbers. And once they no longer need you, you are out the door. So you got to stay on your P's and Q's, follow the rules and instructions so that you can keep your job and they have no reason to fire you.
I just got fired from my job because a coworker told the owner that I was making a TikTok. Mind you, this is like the second time I ever worked with this dude, right? So last Friday, we was at a client's house. You know, we bringing stuff in out the truck. We had contractors there. They had to cut out some brick and some tile before we can even get started on the install. So after we finished bringing all the stuff in, we just sitting around because we got to wait for them to finish. So I went to the van, about to start making the TikTok. I pulled my phone out, hit the record button. He hit the corner. I'm like, hey, bro, you messing on my TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Joking and shit. And he was like, bro, you making a TikTok? I was like, yeah, I'm finna knock one out real quick. He was like, bro, this is your full-time job. Like, well, you should be making TikToks. I'm like, bro, we not doing nothing. And I make money off here. So this is like a part-time job. I'm like, it take 2 minutes. He was like, I'm all right. After that conversation, I was like, okay, I know what type of dude this is. He pissed off. You know what I'm saying? And you can see it. He trying to play it off, but he making remarks like, you know, next week, you know, Rand will be out here. Oh, Rand the shades expert now. Knowing damn well he finna go to the owner and tell him to fire my ass. Because apparently I'm like the 8th person this dude that got fired. Like, he don't even work out here. He work out in Florida, but he was only back in Louisiana for a week to help with some shit on for the holidays or whatever. The owner was like, hey, man, we need to talk. I've been hearing, like, you've been on your phone all day. You make TikToks all day. Work not getting done, so we just go ahead and part ways. I was like, bro, I don't be on my phone all day. I was like, if I make a TikTok, I make a TikTok in downtime. And he was like, well, we usually don't have downtime. I said, we got plenty of downtime. I was like, but you know what, man? It is what it is. I just wanted to clarify that shit. I don't want you just going off of what he told you. And also, somebody else fell through the roof that same day. They also got fired too.
It's just crazy. You just can't do it on the clock. So you have to carve out this time. I work 8 to 5. Okay, so from 8 to 5:10, when I leave up out of this place, I can't be on my phone making TikToks. Y'all have to learn to do things during the proper time. Unfortunately, most of us are addicted to our phones, can't put them down, want to make money to get out of that job on TikTok, but you got to still pay your bills, you know what I'm saying, while you're trying to get to that other side.
So I got fired from Mercedes-Benz today, and I'm going to tell you guys why. So on Tuesday, I see a coworker of mine lurking on my page, on my TikTok page. And I tell
First mistake is having your page open freely for everyone to see.
my girlfriend right away, because I was with my girlfriend. I was like, hey, babe, like, this person's lurking on my page, and I think she's probably gonna bring something up at work, which, and my girlfriend's like, who cares? Like, it's your TikTok, like, whatever. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. But
See, these young people have no sense of, I don't know what, you fill in the word right there. Like, who cares? TikTok, social media is a big deal. These companies truly care. Especially you talk about Mercedes-Benz. They have a long-standing history, reputation, whatever you want to call it. And they don't want some young person like you ruining it with their TikToks.
But I was just like, I don't know. I'm getting weird vibes about her just being on my page. Like, I feel like I'm going to get fired. And may I mind you, this was on Tuesday. And my girlfriend goes, you're bugging out right now. Like, you are tweaking out. And I was like, I don't know. I have a weird feeling. So Wednesday comes along. That person doesn't work Wednesdays. So whatever. I just go about my shift, whatever, in and out, work my Wednesday, right? Sold the car. That was awesome. And here we go, Thursday morning. Thursday morning, we have our regular morning meeting. 15, 20 minutes of whatever we chatted about this morning. And then everyone went about their day. And then out of nowhere, I had a deal that I had to work on with one of my managers. And next thing you know, I don't see any of my managers. Like, all my managers are like gone. They're disappeared. There's only one manager that's kind of around, but
Because they in there having a meeting about your ass.
I didn't need him. I needed my other manager. So I asked him, I'm like, hey, like, do you know where this person is? Like, I need her help on this deal. And he's like, yeah, everyone's in the back right now. They're having a meeting. And right away, like, my spidey senses go off. You know, I'm like, back meeting? Like, no one's ever in the back having a meeting. This is weird, you know? So me being me, with my spidey senses, right away, I go on my TikTok. Right after he said that, I go on my TikTok page, and I see that person lurking again. So now I'm like, okay, this person is definitely on my page with my managers in the back room.
You know I'm old because I did not know you could tell that people were looking at your TikToks. So what does it show your face while you're looking? Does it show a list of people that's looked at it? Let me know down in the comments how they can tell. Because I'm going to have to stay off some people's page. Not personal people. But I just don't want people to know. Can you block that? That's strange. I don't want people to know that I'm looking at their stuff. But then I guess that's sneaky. I don't know.
Right now, this is weird. I text my girlfriend quick. I'm like, babe, I'm probably going to get fired today. Like, be prepared for it. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know how we're going to pay for stuff. I'm going to get fired. My girlfriend's like, no, like, don't say that. You're fine. Like, what would you get fired for, you know? And then, may I mind you, I'm with the customer now. I was with this customer for like 3 hours. I sold them a car. I did a locate. That was cool. As I was with these customers, I go back on my TikTok and I see now one of my managers was lurking on my TikTok. So now I'm like, okay, like, that's exactly what they were doing back there, and this is weird. I don't know what's going on. Everyone's kind of giving me weird vibes today. So as I mentioned before, I was with my customer for 3 hours. I sold him a car, and as soon as I sold them the car, right away, my one of my managers comes up to me, and I'm like, here we go. This is it, guys. She's like, hey, Raph, can you come with me real quick into the GM's office? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And you guys could watch the other video I posted about what happened in the room. They just said, oh, you have TikTok. You're posting on TikToks. We don't like your TikToks. We're firing you. I was like, wow, okay, that's crazy. It was just crazy to me to think that, like, there was no, like, hey, maybe, Raph, can you just delete these, like, posts that we don't like, or what, like, these posts that, you know, made us feel maybe a type of way? Maybe can you just take those down, and can we all be grown-ups here and move past this? But no, there was none of that. There was absolutely none of that. There was, got in the office, your TikTok, you're fired. And it's just crazy to think, like, how your life can just change that quickly. Like, from a girl lurking on my page that I work with, like for you to even just go snitch on me, I don't even know, call it snitching. Like, I don't even know what it's called. Like that's just weird to get me fired and for me to have to pay for everything I have to pay for. Like, now I have no job. Like, now I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't even, like, I have no idea. So, like, you're just ruining my life for whatever reasoning you wanted to do that for. Meanwhile, I would show up to work every single day, try to bust my butt and do the best I could possibly do at my job, helping people out, like just trying to be overall the best employee I could possibly be. And just to think about like them just be able to drop you just like that, just because of a few TikToks that were, you know, out of maybe from their eyes were they saw out of context. And even if that's the case, like I feel like we're all grown-ups and we could have a conversation about it, you know? Meanwhile, there's people working there who have done a lot worse than me and never gotten fired for it, which again, I'm not gonna throw away the key. I'm not gonna bring anything up right now of anything of that sort.
Okay, brother, we're still confused. What did you get fired for exactly? What did you have on your TikTok that got you fired? Did you make TikToks at the dealership? What's going on? You weren't clear with that. I'm so confused. But this is why when y'all get jobs, tell them people I don't have social media. Something like that. And definitely don't make videos at work. That's dumb. Use your common sense.
Yeah, they gonna fire you if they paying you to be on the clock and you sitting over there making TikToks.
And then you blame HR saying HR fired me. What? No. Read your policy book. Make sure you understand what you can and can't do on social media. Please, they will fire you.
You know, I don't know if this is happening to you guys, but I've been seeing an influx of people on TikTok losing their jobs over what they post. Anywhere from teachers, nurses, customer service reps, delivery drivers, you name it. And as soon as I see these videos, as soon as I see them, I can spot the ones that are going to result in a firing or termination. It's so obvious. And some of them don't even have like their job's name or their badge. It's just the content itself and the way that it's represented. If they're talking about work or anything to do with work whatsoever, a coworker, you can tell that person's going to get fired, and there's going to be a follow-up video. Well, y'all got fired. If you need your job, now if you don't need your job, you can just keep on scrolling. This video is not for you. But if your job is your livelihood, it's paying your bills, it's keeping you afloat, and you need the job in this economy and the way that people are not hiring right now, I would just say keep posting. I encourage you to keep posting, but keep work out of it. Keep work out of it. Don't ever put your livelihood in the hands of a post or a like or a view or a follower, okay? Because at the end of the day, those people not going to come and pay your rent next month. So keep that intact. Keep posting. That's your little side gig, but no, y'all need to, like, you know, come on now. Come on, we got to use some judgment. It's coming from a place of love. Love y'all. Bye.
Tell these people, because they don't seem to understand. And they could watch this video and still feel like it's not going to happen to them.
I just got fired from a job that I really loved over a TikTok video. I'm not even kidding.
Okay, so as we can see, it's not just the young people getting fired. Now, sir, you should know better. You're old enough to know better. What are you doing?
Couldn't make it up if I tried. But yeah, apparently I was fired over a TikTok video. Even though not in any of my videos have I ever said where I worked. In any of my videos I've ever said the people. But because I insinuated it. Because I insinuated the fact of where I worked. That was enough, apparently. You know, I thought I was actually following the rules by not saying the name of the place I work. Which, by the way, I still won't do. Because I'm not that kind of person. I'm not that vindictive. Even though, like, every fiber in my being right now tells me I should be.
Dang, brother, calm down.
Man, whatever. Greener pastures await, so they say, right? I don't know. It just is. It's whatever. It's their loss, and I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this because part of me kind of wants to sue them. And
What are you going to sue, sir? More than likely they have policies in their handbook that state you cannot make TikTok videos or anything like that.
another part of me just kind of wants to let it go. And it's nobody's business what place it is.
Whoa.
And I think that's the thing that really bothers me the most at all of this is that, like, I've gone out of my way not to say where I work. Yet these fucking people have still figured out a way to fire me.
Okay, calm down, brother. You getting all kind of crazy. Listen, you old enough to know that you shouldn't have been doing that at work.
I got a random meeting on my calendar. I hope I'm not getting fired. I will die. Someone else is in there. I'm getting fired. Oh my god, I'm getting fired. Hello.
Good morning, Victor.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you. I asked, who I think you know, so join us for this call. She is our HR representative. We've got some updates we'd like to share with you this morning.
Okay.
While we originally believed that we would be integrating with, we've instead determined that it was best for us to refocus the agency. Unfortunately, as you may know, the lack of growth and the decline in our client revenue has negatively impacted our business.
Just say I'm fired.
And it's forced us to make what are very difficult decisions to eliminate roles within the agency. And this includes the elimination of your role, making today your last day. Please know that it was a very difficult decision.
Okay, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Heather. I wish you the best.
Thank you, you too. Bye.
Make it right now my last moment. Like, get up and go right now, girl. Say them tears and go find something else. I will say that I've never been fired from a job, but I've always quit every single job that I've had. And I would put in 2-week notices, but I would never finish them out. Because it's like, you don't give me a 2-week notice that you're going to fire me. So why would I give you a 2-week notice that I'm quitting? It makes no sense to me. Either way, stop making TikToks at work. Quit telling your coworkers that you got social media because they're going to hate on you or they're going to find something that they don't like and you're going to be out of there. Okay? Until next time.